It's Candace Williams, and I'm here with the fabulous Keke Palmer on ABC Radio. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Girl, thank you for having me. You looking fabulous yourself.
Oh, thank you, girl. Appreciate that. Yes, and I'm cheesing so hard because you are so magnificent. Right now, you killing it. You killing it.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm talking about, first and foremost, Berlin Station.
Yes.
Second season.
Oh my gosh, girl, I'm
EPIX.
so excited.
So
yes.
This is a big thing.
Yes.
You are playing a new recruit.
Yes.
Talk about your character.
Yes.
She got a lot going on, Miss April Lewis.
Yes, April Lewis is definitely a new recruit, and she is all of that and more, just out of school. And she was actually first in her class. So she comes into, this new gig, and she's very ready to get on the ground running. She thinks she knows everything that she needs to know, and she is ready to be that professional. But of course, like any young adult, going in their new field and really ready, but never really got their hands dirty, she realizes that, things aren't so black and white. It isn't as easy as right and wrong, especially when you're dealing with politics.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is like a new world order that's coming into play. There's a lot of things
absolutely
that you guys are going to have to be on top of.
Exactly.
And I saw that you're working with the amazing Ashley Judd.
Yes.
Can we talk about that experience? Your first time working with her, right?
First time working with her, but of course I grew up on her Where the Heart Is, Kiss the Girls. Yeah. I mean, it was so many things that, I grew up seeing her on. So working with her, it was like, wow, okay, this is Ashley Judd. Like, this is major. And everybody in the cast, Richard Armitage and Michelle Forbes and Leland Orser. So I was already coming into this show, gagged beyond belief of the company that I would be in. And she was awesome. She really is that Southern belle. And just, naturally, that's who she is.
Yeah. No, I love the energy. And I love I guess in my head, when I think of Keke Palmer, I think of this kick butt type young girl.
Yes, awesome.
So I was like, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this CI, coming in to just operative, just to take hold of it.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll see more of that evolve.
Totally.
Now you guys filmed in Europe, correct?
Yes, girl. We filmed for 4 months in Berlin, and they actually traveled a lot of other places. I think they went to Norway and Spain, and so they went to a lot of different places. But I did most of my filming in Berlin, so I was there for the whole 4 months, and it was really awesome. But it was also, I feel like it helped with my character too, because you imagine I'm 24, and it's like that was kind of the first time that I was ever in Europe for that long, and the first time I was ever in Germany. Before then, I'd only been to like London, you know what I mean? And so this was a totally different place. They spoke a totally different language, but it was really cool because a lot of the Germans actually did speak English, so I wasn't totally, kind of left out in the world like that. But it was different. It was a coming of age period for me, for sure.
Yeah, you got a lot of love, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I didn't know what to expect because I'm like, dude, I don't know, if anybody here would ever be familiar with my stuff or anything like that, but it was really cool because they were. So that was definitely surprising.
Yeah, and I mean, I say that you're killing it because you have so many other things too that you are on top of now. I mean, clearly Berlin Station is a magnificent on EPIX. Make sure you guys check it out.
Coming out Sunday, October 15th.
Yes. So, in addition to that, we're going to see you. I went on your Instagram and I was looking. I was like, okay, girl, I see you doing things. You are going to be in Star.
Yes,
I'm
excited
You
to.
were posing with one of the castmates.
Yes.
How was that?
Girl, so much fun because first of all, I love Lee Daniels. Working with Lee Daniels was always something that I wanted to do. So being on Star and then working with the cast, I love everybody that's there. All the new talent, all the talent that I've grown up with. Got a lot of great people this second season as well on that show. So it was just awesome. And this character, she's so larger than life.
Gigi, right?
Yes, Gigi. She's so larger than life. So that comes out very soon. It comes out Wednesday. So I'm excited about that. Yeah.
All right, I can't wait to see this. Now, is Gigi going to be singing? Because we know that Keke Palmer, she got some vocals.
You can expect to get something. I'm going to let you know that. I can't let you know too much. But Gigi is a recording artist in the show, and she's definitely thinking of signing to Midtown.
Now, this is kind of like life imitating art or to some capacity because we know that you released the EP. Lauren.
And I'm working on some new music coming to you soon. Your girl not sleeping on you.
Exactly. and that was actually my follow-up question because the fans really loved it. I mean, it was only like 5 songs.
Yes, 5 songs.
But they're waiting for this larger project, larger than life project. Now, of course, there had a visual component.
Yes.
So were you inspired by Bay?
Well, I mean, I'm inspired inspired by B in general. You know what I mean? B is just, I mean, in
Beyonce.
terms of, exactly. Well, yeah, let's get it right. Beyonce knows always, you know, Beyonce is one of my inspirations, but also Brandy, also Aaliyah. But I mean, every time when Beyonce raises the bar, I think with any entertainer, even guy or girl, you know, it's always like, dang, girl, you doing your thing. So with my visual album, I think for me, I had worked with R. Kelly a year before I had started on that Lauren EP. And for me, I think a lot of times I always felt like I had to make everything so separate with my music and with my acting. And after working with R. Kelly, he was like, your theatrical side is not something that you should shy away from in your music. He's like, that actually tells your story more when you add the theatrics and you're able to relate it. Like I did with Trapped in the Closet. He was like, originally I wanted Trapped in the Closet to be a Broadway show. You know, that was how big my vision was for that. So acting, theatrics, that should never be separate from your music. And so when I did the Lauren EP, I was like, wow, this is a part that I could really explore. You know what I mean? And they gave me the confidence to not feel like I had to make that separate, but that's where Keke Palmer lives, in this kind of multifaceted place.
Yeah, and I think that's very accurate. And one thing I think we appreciate about you is that you're very no holds barred. You tell it like it is. I know in your book,
yes, I don't belong to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, yes, I don't belong to you. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah. And finding your voice and being able to be vocal. I have to ask, partly because, you know, I feel like it's such an important time for people to speak, and you represent, you know, a certain generation that needs to have a voice as well. Their voice is equally as important.
Yes.
So, you know, obviously, I think one of the things that I think, you said you worked with R. Kelly. Yeah. Have you had any conversations with him recently?
No,
you know,
I know you're talking about the recent stuff. I have, you know, it's so unfortunate when stuff like that happens, you know, because it's like you don't have that relationship with that person. So there's really not much that you can say, you know, other than great things. And I'm grateful for that. That my experience with R. Kelly has been a mentor to me. He's been nothing but kind to me. He's never done anything crazy to me. So for, you know, when that conversation comes up, it's just kind of like, you know, that's not the Kels that I know. Yeah. You know, the person I know is somebody that took me under their wing when nobody believed in me. I mean, it was simple. I was literally in an interview talking about Black Panty's album, saying how much I love the album, and he calls me up saying, nobody shows me love like that. I would love it if you came down. Let's work together. I know you're from Chicago, and that's the person that I know. So, you know, my experience is not the one that, you know, the media or so could portray.
Yeah, understood. You know, everyone has different experience, and I appreciate you, you know, elaborating on yours. Sure. Also, I know you're kind of in the process. I think you're filming Scream.
Yes, and I'm so excited. So to make this clear, Scream Queens was what I did with Ryan Murphy on Fox, and Scream is what I'm doing with MTV, because a lot of times the name, you know, the names are so similar. People are like, okay, wait a minute, Scream Queens coming back, and no, Scream Queens is done, but I'm doing Scream, which is also produced by Flavor Unit, Queen Latifah's company. I'm so excited about that, and it's coming to MTV 2018, early 2018. So I don't, you know, we don't have the actual date because we're still filming it now, right. But I'm so excited about that because this is a world that we've never seen within this Scream franchise. You know, this is the Scream franchise that we know from Neve Campbell back in the day. And so this time we get to use the actual mask, which they didn't get to use in the first 2 seasons. And we actually get to use the actual voice. And these kids are from College Park. So it's a total different vibe of Scream. College Park, girl.
Yeah.
Go away. Yeah, College Park. Exactly, Atlanta. We ain't playing.
You see how I automatically knew that, right? I knew that because as somebody who was in the AUC, I went to Spelman. I'm very...
Come on, sis. Come on, Spelman. My sister wants to go to either Spelman or Howard. So I'll let her know that
both
we got a Spelman sis.
Yes, absolutely. Now, and I'm only mentioning because this is like newsworthy, and I want to, you know, see if you have any takes or ideas on it. Now, Scream is actually one of the executive producers on that is Harvey Weinstein. I know he's been in you know, there's been a lot of coverage on him.
I've been hearing about this. Yeah.
And, you know, I know, you know, when you're filming, it's totally different than being around somebody and so on and so forth. Any thoughts on that? I know a lot of celebrities are talking about that. I mean, is there any... I mean, I don't know what you've heard.
I don't know. I've never met either. I never met the brothers, you know what I mean? I've done 2 films with them in the past. Long shots with them in the past with Ice Cube. And then, like you said, this project. And, you know, it's just unfortunate. You know, I'd hate that, you know, that's what's happening. That's really all that I could say is that I hate that that's how people feel. But at the end of the day, you have to speak out what you feel that you know, what empowers you. So more power to those that are speaking up and feeling like, you know, they're getting their voice heard.
Yeah. And it goes back to your book, girl.
Okay. I don't belong to you. Quiet the noise and find your voice. And that's really what it's about. That's really what it's about. You know, a lot of times in the industry, you go through situations and it becomes difficult because really your eye is on your career, you know, but it's important that you don't lose yourself in your career, you know.
Yeah. And how did you find your voice? I know you talk a lot about this in the book, and this is something but sure. I think I want people to understand that this is an evolved Keke Palmer. This isn't just, you just didn't wake up, like Beyonce say, flawless. I mean, we wake up flawless, but at some point, there's a little bit of development as well.
No, and really to what you're saying is I lost my voice. You know, I spent a lot of time, for me coming into the acting world, everything was unexpected. So when I reaped benefits or success or whatever you would call it, it was like, dang, okay. And it was the opposite with music. You know, for me, growing up, I always could sing. So when I entered the music industry and I expected the kind of response that I got with acting, and I didn't get that response with, you know, just the control and the infrastructure of the music industry as opposed to the actual music itself. I felt very like lost. You know, I felt extremely, it crushed my ego is what happened. And that's really what it's about. It's about our ego. You know what I mean? That's what I realized was holding me back in terms of not just my fearlessness and my music that I had as a child, but in overall aspects of my life and how I could also take it a step further in my evolution for who I am, which is that quiet the ideas that we have attached our identity to in our experiences that are negative and that do not fuel us forward in a positive way. And it's all about changing your mind and your mental constructs. And that's when I also went into, you know, my book is also covers topics on mental health. I'm getting ready to do something this Friday with Kaiser Permanente about finding your voice and, you know, realizing that as a human being, nobody really understands everything that's going on. But a main facet of who we are is our ego, our personality, and who we are in this world. And once we realize that we don't belong to what other people think of us and that we don't even belong to the crazy ideas and thoughts that we've accumulated over the years of good things or bad things, that's when we become in control of our lives because we realize that everything is flexible. We realize that I don't have to feel bad that this guy broke up with me. I can actually feel good and go forward with my day. I don't have to succumb to this emotion. Or I can let it out, and then I can decide to move forward. So once I realized that all that stuff was in my control, it became easier to practice that in my daily life. Now, of course, it wasn't like a drop of a hat. You know what I mean? It ain't like I'm perfect. I'm 24 years old. I'm still learning so many different things. But I feel like that was a real key in me gaining control over my life and really being able to fight for all my goals, you know.
Yeah. Girl, are you running for presidency? Like, what's going on?
Girl, that's coming next. I'm waiting to be the mayor first. No.
ABC the mayor. We always got promo.
Oh, my gosh. Seriously, girl. And my girl is in that from Scream Queens.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, it's such a small little world we live in.
And I think that's such a cool concept, that show. I think it's so fun. And it's really what I like about it is that it gets the millennials excited. You know what I mean? Because there was a time where 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds were wanting to run for mayor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where that was like kids would say, when I grow up, I want to be the mayor. When I grow up, I want to be the governor. I want to work for the Supreme Court. That somehow got lost, I feel like, a little bit in our society. So when I saw that show, I thought, what a cool concept to really get kids excited and to see how much control you have, because that's where the real power is. We put so much emphasis on the presidency, but the real stuff is the mayors in your city, the governors, the senators, the people that actually can make change exactly where you are. Now, of course, you want to make sure you're voting for, you're tuned into the president, but the actual people that are kind of telling the president what to do are the ones that are in the Supreme Court, or in the the ones that are in Congress. And that's the mayors, the senators, those people. So I love that show.
Yeah, I actually just spoke to Yvette Nicole Brown. She was
my girl. I love her too.
I love her.
Yeah, we did True Jackson together years ago.
Yeah, and it's amazing. You keep saying, and I say that this partly because it's so amazing that you're only 24. I'm only 24, but you've had a career that encompasses a veteran of this game, and it's amazing. It sparkles,
Thank you so much.
Of course, and it's the truth. It's not hard for me to say because it's accurate. So of course we love you. I'm just. I can imagine so much more for you just in this time span. So, with that being said, I'm curious. I mean, do you want to tease any vocals for us? I mean, I'll be here because I got to switch it up a little bit. I know we're talking about Berlin Station. Make sure y'all check it out. Come back 15th. Okay.
What should I do? Exactly. October 15th. Let's go and binge watch the first season on Netflix. Thank you. Good night. What can I sing? What do you want me to sing?
However the spirit moves you.
Time on my hands, since you been away, boy, I ain't got no plan. No, 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 no. And the sound of the rain against my window pane is slowly, slowly driving me insane. Oh, baby, I'm going down.
No.
I'm going down.
No.
'Cause you ain't around, baby. My whole world's upside down.
Yes, that is Keke Palmer, folks. Oh my gosh, congratulations on everything. I could sit here and talk to you all day, but I appreciate you for stopping by ABC Radio to chop it up about Berlin Station.
Oh, yes.
Please, second season, tune
Let's
in.
go, April
Epic.
Lewis.
And of course, yes, April Lewis. That is you.
And everybody else too.
And everybody else too. Yes, yes. But thank you so much for stopping by. And please stay tuned because you have so much going on.
Yes.
And she will have new music for us coming soon.
It's coming so soon, you guys. I'm so excited. I'm in Atlanta. I'm working on cooking up everything I know that y'all kids want and need. And by kids, I don't mean literal kids. I mean everybody, because everybody's a kid to me.
That's right. And we love it. And thank you for being so motherly about that. Of course, this is your girl, Candace Williams, here on ABC Radio. Bye.